Welcome back, pro wrestling fans. Welcome back, IWC. It's me. It's me. It's the GOC and some espresso. We've been here all morning before tonight's AEW Dynamite Fallout show, and we've been doing a live to tape watch along replay of AEW Grand Slam Australia, match by match, segment by segment. Go back and check out the previous episodes. We've covered it all. We did a fan's point of view for the Death Riders against Copeland and Jay White. And I did the voiceover and the play-by-play from a fan that was actually in the building amongst the 10,000 fans with no commentary from AEW to let you get the feel and hear the crowd of what really went on. And an excellent show on a Collision, which was supposed to be a pay-per-view, and the ring size, and out of safety issues alone, they probably should have brought the appropriate ring. That's where I'm coming from. It's not a big deal. It was a unique perspective being in a Lowe's mezzanine on the fan cam to see the actual 10,000 there and everything that went on with the tickets and the location and the lack of talent. But overall, a solid Collision, a solid Grand Slam. And I'm going to go back over the wild Brisbane brawl, if you will, between the Death Riders and Copeland and Jay White from the AEW perspective, because I already did it from a fan's perspective. So we'll go about 15 minutes. Again, I appreciate you guys and gals being here. We're doing all original content moving forward. The Midnight Chaos Rider has been in here because you know my dispute, my appeal with YouTube. That's for you, and you still owe me money. Thank you, Austin Nance and OTS Tribal Queen, for being here as my mods. And we're going to jump right into it. But keep an eye out on this channel. Well over 1 million total views. Well over 5,000 videos. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans. Nobody works harder for you than I do. And that's just a fact. No better. Just different. So let's roll. Let's get into it. Let's go for the AEW coverage from TNT, Max, whatever you want to call it, for that Brisbane brawl with Shivani and Nigel McGuinness and yours truly. And we'll get through this because I wanted to post the difference between the fans' point of view of what I just did for this watch-along review after the dust has settled and every other podcaster has given their thoughts. Because this isn't a podcast, it's a fucking show. Okay? Just remember that. So let's get into it, and we'll do it from what AEW put out, and then go back and watch the video of the fans' point of view of being in the building for this one particular match. I greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it. It's probably going to be a commercial. Let's not get crazy, and we'll review this again. Drop an elbow on that like button. Much love and respect. Look, 25 years later, and his sweatshirt still fits because it's spring training. I can't wait for baseball season. All right, here we go. And I'm going to do some voiceover work because, guys, you know that we don't want any copyrights in YouTube. Boy, I'll tell you, you're something. That's why this channel is a story within a story. If you come here, it's not just about pro wrestling. It's not just about my life, but we tell a story within the story on this show, hence the Midnight Rider. And it was all because of you, YouTube, and what you did to me. All right, here comes the Rated R superstar. Adam Edge Copeland. Cope, the Rated R superstar. So let's see what happens. Let's listen to the crowd. Again, a banger of a show. Everybody, again, that's why I did this days later, leading into the Fallout show probably tonight. We'll see what happens on Dynamite. I'll come back and I'll do a preview of tonight's Dynamite, most likely. So I just wanted to, again, as I said in the fan cam footage, I lost my thought there for a second. I thought this was a BS ending, a garbage ending. You guys know it. It's not a spoiler. I'm just giving you the different views of being in the building and what they presented on TV. Okay, we don't want any copyrights here. We don't want any problems. So let's listen in. I'll try to pipe down a little bit. We'll go through highlights. Again, this didn't last too long. Overall, I thought the show was excellent. Omega, Ospreay, Takeshita Fletcher, 4-star, perhaps 4.5-star match. Definitely a 4-star match. Okada, Buddy Matthews. I don't know, a 3-star match. Death Riders against Copeland and Jay White. I'll give 2 stars. Mariah and Tony for the women's championship. I'll give 3 stars. It's nice to see Tony win the ladies championship back. Monet and Harley Cameron, I'll give 2 stars. I don't get it with the puppet. Let's listen to this and the respect they paid Copeland. Hopefully it won't get copyrighted. Listen to this crowd. Nice. Nice tribute there. Copeland's beside himself. Again, he didn't learn from jumping off that cage, though. That's for sure, because he did a spot here where he jumped like 12 feet off the balcony. What are you doing? You already had triple neck fusion, was lucky to come back after 9 years, then broke your leg jumping off the top of a cage, and then did this spot here in this bout. I'm not sure how smart that was, to be quite honest with you. And Jay White, incredible shape, great athlete. How they use this guy has been terrible, to be quite honest with you, for such a talent. And I've said it on other videos. I said it on the last video. The Death Riders has virtually brought this company way down. Of course, with the lack of what you're doing with MJF and lining them up, whether it was Jericho in the past, the whole debacle with Adam Cole, then Slapnuts, then Dustin Rhodes, whether they can all still work for their age or they're all legends or not. Okay, I'll give that to you. But what are you doing with MJF? I don't get it. And this whole Death Riders things, where's Pac? Wheeler Yuta doesn't belong in here. Can't take him seriously as a tough guy. You should have divisions, whether it be light heavyweight or cruiserweight or whatever, so you can use some of these guys properly, like a Yuta or a Daniel Garcia or a Pac himself, who could be a heavyweight too, I guess. Some of the Lucha guys. It makes much more sense. No? Put Yuta there. And this whole scene here, they've really done nothing. The storyline here has been nothing. I'm not here to just pour garbage on it. I'm not. But I am here to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think I've earned it after 30 years in the ring from someone who's actually in the business and took the fucking bumps. Don't you think? Instead of sitting behind a microphone or in your basement or your office or wherever you podcast from. Not saying you don't have the right to your opinion. You don't know what you're talking about. But let's call it how we see it. How about that? And here comes Claudio, Moxley. There's Marina, probably the best work of her career. She's the only one that's believable out of this. Claudio's a badass, but are you using him the right way? And Pac is hit or miss. Oh, here we go. We're in the match. Let's go back up to ringside. Moxley and Jay White. This is a Brisbane brawl. It was all over the place with tables and kendo sticks, Singapore canes, whatever you want to call them, steel chairs out into the crowd. So we're going to listen to some of the commentary here without any copyrights or algorithm issues. And again, go back and watch this match from the fans' point of view that I did earlier. I think you'll see a big difference when you hear the crowd as compared to what you saw on Max or on TNT. So let me start that seat for a minute. And again, moving forward, a lot of original content on here. Check out the playlists. Again, in 4 years, I've done over 500 Chaos Corner shows. In 4 years, I've done over 5,000 videos. In 2024, I uploaded over 2,400 videos. Nobody works harder. No better, just different. Spread the word if you're here. This content isn't for everyone. Double clothesline off the top rope by Edge on Mox and Claudio. Dick the Boozer, if you will. What? It's the espresso. I'm finished with it now. It's early Wednesday morning. I'll be watching Dynamite tonight. I'll be reporting. here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel, under the post section, the community section, and of course over on Twitter at Big Daddy GOC, at Big Daddy GOC. Oh, and thanks for all the fan mail and the inboxes. And now Claudio bringing in the table. This isn't the first we'll see and hear of the tables.
I guarantee you, John Moxley's going to do everything he can to make sure Copeland doesn't make it.
Jay White with that kendo stick, the Singapore cane, hammering Claudio and Mox. Now, I've been caned by the best of them. Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman, Ron Zombie, Jason Knight. Yeah, many times. Head first into the steel chair goes Jay White. This match was all over the place. Outside of the ring, into the crowds.
White is out on his feet. He's hurt. Look at the look in his eyes. Glassy-eyed.
Australia really did well with how they got screwed, in my opinion. The fans were hot. There's a crossroads by Jay White. That's basically what it is on Claudio. Cesaro, if you will. And here's Yuta. Interference out of nowhere, using a strap, whooping Jay White like a yellow dog, like a mule, all the time with the Death Riders. That's why the storyline is garbage. Whether it be Pac, who's there, not there, Wheeler Yuta always interfering, Marina Shafir, who's the most legit one, no selling or registering by Moxley. Claudio's the only really tough guy. Interference, ruining the match. I know it was anything goes, lazy booking when you have these type of matches. Just that simple. And we go into commercial, so I could talk a little bit more about that. And I said it in the video that I did from the fan cam point of view on this match. What are you doing here with the Death Riders? They started off being at war with guys like the Dark Order and Private Party or whatever they're called. And into Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, who's on the top of Mount Everest somewhere, probably frozen, like the guy from Mr. Deeds. Yeah, Adam Sandler, Mr. Deeds. I made that reference. I could see Darby like that, frozen on top of Mount Everest. We're back live. The table is set up in the corner, and here comes the spot with the double spear. The spear by Edge on Claudio through the table, and then on Dick the Boozer. I like saying Dick the Boozer. There's a guy on Twitter that's called Dick the Boozer. He's kind of entertaining. He's a little political, though. I'm not sure if I like that. All you extremists and libtards out there, the snowflakes, the woke. Big spear into the table. Beautiful by Edge. Setting up Moxley. Listen to the crowd. And he hits it on Mox. The crowd was tremendous in Australia. Again, Grand Slam was solid. If I had to get it a 0 to 10 rating, I'd probably give it a solid 7, 7.5. 7. Let's not get crazy. I don't want to be like Meltzer and his star system or star ratings and end of the year awards and all that. But I am going to give you more live content on today's current product, meaning WWE and AEW. Not just posts and screen caps and on Twitter and on the posting community page here, but live video, live to tape video, maybe even live. Big steel chair to the shoulder blades. And if you've ever been hit with a chair, it's no fucking joke. The physicality of pro wrestling, you guys don't understand it. Step into a ring. I dare you. Edge is setting up Ambrose with the concerto. Wait, did I say Edge and Ambrose? I meant Cope and Mox. Going for the concerto with the barbed wire. What a difference between the fan cam footage and the TV footage. And here comes Yuta again. I understand it's a street fight, but this is even when it's not. And then there's Shafir with the briefcase to the dome of Copeland. And then the big spike pile driver, well, actually face first flop by Cesaro. 2 count and Edge kicked up. And here's Moxley, like a serpent, laying in the weeds and coming with that chokehold. That rear chokehold, leaning back, grinding on the neck, the jawline, the head, the larynx, the lower back. And what a garbage ending this was, in my opinion. And on the other side, you just got a modified sleeper on Jay White. And there it is. Persona non grata. Put out the lights, the party's over for Adam Edge, Copeland, Cope, rated R. Garbage. This I didn't like. That's why I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. And I'm not saying the guys didn't work hard. And then the whole spot of Copeland jumping off the balcony, which they didn't even cover in this video, up into the crowd. What a difference, though, of what they show on TV live and or on a fan cam, and then what they're going to put up on their channel. And that's it. It's over. Copeland doesn't even tap. He's out. The Death Riders win again. Where are we going? What are we doing? And they still continue to go on and on and on. Again, I don't like it. The ratings plummet whenever this comes on. Talented guys, but the story's going nowhere. And of course, Mox has to bleed. Listen to the crowd. That's all I'm going to say. Guys, come on back. Check out the previous episodes for Grand Slam. I'll be reporting tonight for Dynamite. Shake my head. I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is. Don't you dare miss it. I don't know. You better step it up, TK. Dick the Boozer.